So I had to make this video because I just recently, on Thursday, realized or discovered that the product that I'm building, the reason for me being in Austin, was had already been developed, had already been built. It had not only been built, but one would call it relatively successful with more than 1 million users on it. And the main core of what I thought separated my product Cosmos from the other products in this space is openness and giving creators the opportunity to build, which I found out this product allowed them to do. So I wasn't seeing any differentiation between what I was building and what they already built. So the point then became, why am I here? And it was depressing. I'm not someone who typically gets depressed, but it definitely brought me down. Like I was having uh, huge grandeurs of doubt, to the point where Friday, when I woke up, I think I spent like an hour just not getting out of bed, just staring at the ceiling. What's going on? But what I did know is that I only have one shot. This is it. I don't have any other shot. Like, I have spent the last 7 years of my life preparing me for this moment to build. And I specifically left my job in January because AI had provided a doorway of me being able to build a business very, very quickly with limited resources and limited funding. And so I was like, this is my chance. So completely realized that the product that I was building had already been built, or at least what I considered the moat, the most valuable piece of my project was already incorporated into somebody else's app. And woke up Friday and I was like, hey, I can't sit here and mope, can't sit here and just like toss it to the side. Like, we have to figure out what's going on, and we have to continue to pivot or adjust or figure out where we have opportunities. And so I spent Friday doing research with Opus 4.8. Please, Fable, come back soon. We did research with Opus 4.8, and I was able to find some interesting, I don't even know what to say. I was able to understand what I actually need to build. And so it was like this, it was this cool journey that I went on. I went from feeling helpless and hopeless to saying, hey, no matter what happens, we have to keep going. So let's figure out what's there. And then we found out, hey, I know what I thought I was building, but there's more to it than that. There's more to this idea of a three-dimensional internet, to metaverse, if that's what you want to call it, than what I even thought was possible. And then I realized that the protocols and the APIs and the SDKs that I built actually allowed for us to build more on top of it that could give people a better experience. And then I went to Reddit posts, I went to blogs, I went to Discords and asked people for certain feedback. And they gave me feedback about what they hate about the current industry as it stands, which is in VR. And I was like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? So I ended up getting so much feedback, arguing again with AI, and then ultimately, that was Thursday, today is Sunday. The product I'm building, Cosmos, is now a far better product than I was ever going to build a week ago, because I was challenged and pushed to build more than what I even was considering at first. Now, there's more to it than that. I spent Friday also reading a couple books from Friday and Saturday. Matthew Ball, thank you, Matthew Ball, if you ever see this. Your work and your book gave me insight into the history of these products and tools that I wouldn't have known before. So Matthew Ball had a book called The Metaverse, and he did a updated version of that. There was another book that I had previously read, Our Next Reality, which was helpful in understanding the past of virtual technologies. virtual reality technologies and augmented reality technologies. Now I have even more confidence to understand that we are what we're building is something truly loyal and respectful of the idea of the three-dimensional internet, because they weren't capable. You could not build this 5 years ago. The technology didn't exist. So yeah, that's how my weekend went. Still finishing up one of my books now, and I'm working with some of my agents to redesign the structure of how we're building this tool. But yeah, just wanted to share my the last 4 days with you guys. It's been a huge down and a nice jump back up.